do we think that with Italy coming to Twickenham and with Kelly seemingly out, they will stick with this partnership and give it another go? Charlie, I'll come to you.
Geez, I've gone round in my head about this. I think yes. I think that's what I'm going to settle on. I think they stick with it. I think maybe they go with Lawrence rather than Marchant at 13 and Jack Willis at 7, and that just gives them a little bit more oomph in those areas that Charles is talking about, because at the minute, as Charles says, it just seems like too much has to go right for England to gain momentum. It's almost too tricky. If that makes sense. That's a really kind of flimsy way of explaining it, but it just seems like there's too many moving parts for it to come good consistently, and they just need that little bit of penetration, a little bit more added penetration. Ellis Genge making, as Charles quite rightly makes the point, Ellis Genge made 18 carries at the weekend. That's just so much for you said prop to be the keynote focal point of a carrier having to come around the corner from line out. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Is it fair to say that's unsustainable? They had sort of at least a prop making carries at retest.
I remember somebody put it to him, or he volunteered an answer to it when Eddie Jones was trying to put him in the backfield, as he would have done Billy Vunipola against Scotland last year. He said, "Oh well, I saw Ellis Genge. I saw somebody say that I might have been too tired for scrummaging. I didn't feel like that at all." He's going to say that. He's going to say that obviously, but he will be willing to take on any extra added responsibility that the team will bestow on him, because he's that sort of guy. I think it's been a good choice to make him vice captain and keep him as a prominent leader with the group, but it's just such a lot to be putting on him. I wonder. So I think with Kelly out, I think with Daly definitely out, we wonder what's the alternative. Is it Sladen, Lawrence, Sladen and Marchant, as if you're going to go one of either Smith or Farrell? Those
with lacking, we know that he's not got the ball carrying prowess of old, but is his threat and his direction still greater than the alternatives? Perhaps.
It said a lot about Tuilagi, I think, and what Borthwick makes of him, that instead of that they sort of reverted back to Smith and Farrell partnership, as opposed to just trying Tuilagi in the 12 shirt with Marchant and Farrell at 10, and trying to give Farrell more time at 10. I think the fact that they changed the system so much sort of shows the kind of standing that Tuilagi has at the moment.